Grateful for every single one of you guys walking through that door. So, like I said, we're just running a little bit behind with art, and we will start shortly. So I am not the host of this panel. He's on his way up with Mr. McFarlane. So what we're going to do real quick is we're just going to stare at this guy. Everybody stare at him. How you doing, Mr. Giannelli? How are you?
Is this on? Is it on?
Yeah, it's on. You just got
I'm good. You sure it's on?
Oh, yeah.
Turn it up a little.
Go ahead, keep talking.
It's on?
It's on.
There it is. I'm fine. I'm excellent. Okay. Got a little lost. Got some handler who just decided to leave me just out there. So I'll deal with him later.
That's all right. But in your own Art the Clown kind of way, maybe? What I'm not going to do is I'm not going to steal the thunder of what the panel's about, but I'm going to give one lucky fan to ask him a question.
God, no.
I've got several. But hey, anybody want one? Oh, we got one in the back here, Mr. Giannelli. Hold on. Just trying to kill a little bit of time. Now, you don't get to ask a question in the panel. Okay, hold on 1 second. You can't ask the question yet. Hold on.
Okay, I actually don't really know what this panel is about. I just showed up. So what do you recommend for your work, or what this panel is about?
I have no idea what the panel's about. They never tell me if I'm doing these things. I find out at the last second. The only thing I ever done was All Hallows Eve, so check it out, I guess.
Hey, sometimes you gotta wing it, right?
Yes.
Let's see. Like I said, Aaron's on his way up. Let's see. So we have a question right here. I'll hold my question for later, okay? Just one real quick brief one.
Just want to thank you so much for entering the circuit. It's really great to get to know you and understanding. Sorry.
I appreciate it.
Just want to thank you very much for entering the convention circuit.
Thank you.
It's for Terrifier, Hallows Eve fan. It's great to get to know the origins of it. And you always do such a great job of capturing the origin of Damien and you working together on this. And you make it sound like you just were there helping out a friend. I think it's a very modest description because the presence you give for art is really the kind of root of all of it, intimidating, scary, haunting. What went through your mind when you were becoming art? Or is it really just as simple as you and Damien goofing off? It sounds like you're very modest about it, but there's so much more to it, I think. I'm sorry.
Well,
No, it's fine.
I've told the story of
Yeah, you can answer.
Plenty of times. I'll make it really quick. Damien was a very brilliant guy to get me to, get that intense. He'd tell me, put me in makeup at 6 in the morning, tell me he's gonna film me at 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock comes around, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4. By the time I'm ready to rip it off is when he goes filming. So it just, and then he'll be like, the quicker you get it done, the quicker you can be out of this mess.
Aaron, you stand at the podium, Aaron.
I'm not a guest, sorry. I am an employee. Sorry about that, everyone. Hi, how's everyone doing? Sorry about that. Small mix of work.
Hello.
Okay, good. How's everyone doing though? Good? Yeah. Can we all give a round of applause? Bobby and Mike. Also, I love your last name.
Mine?
Yeah, it's so Italian. My last name's Stanzioni, so it's like... Anyway, so we have two legends here. That we have Mike here, who is involved with, correct me if I'm wrong, the first short film, oh my goodness, I just said it like 8 times today at your booth. I was like, oh, it started with, what is it, what's it?
All Hallows Eve, well, it was originally the Ninth Circuit. I'm the first one.
You're the first, is the OG.
It was Damien created it, we were hanging out every day. I have drawings of it from my mom's kitchen, he's like, and then just became that.
Yeah, and I know it was those two short films, then it combined into All Hallows Eve, correct?
Yes, it was the Ninth Circle first. When I wasn't
That was
even,
it. Sorry.
I wasn't even the main point of that. He had sculpted this devil that he went as Pigman and threw it on YouTube, and people were just like, oh, that clown's pretty cool. So he's like, all right, let's just do something else. And then we did Terrifier, the short, and that got thrown on YouTube, and then got started going around, and we got invited to Telluride, Colorado for a very prestigious film festival, just a premiere. And then it just blew up, and then someone came to him about having Terrifier in an anthology film called All Hallows Eve with 2 other directors, and Damien was like, no, we don't know what their work's like. Like this Terrifier at the time, he was brilliant. And he said, I have an old film and I can make a new one, which was the Alien short, and then they just did the wraparound. And,
Yeah. Okay, man.
and that was that, and then that became that, and then, you know, a couple years later, he's like, you want to do the full length? I was like, yeah. Good.
It's a lot of work.
And now Bobby's doing the stunts for it, so.
So,
The other end of the spectrum.
what do you say? So Bobby.
First art will last art.
First art and last art. That's how we got to keep it organized in order.
First
But
one, the later stuff, yeah.
Bobby here, he was in Terrifier 3. Would you like me to go? Or do you want me? You want me? Oh, no. So, Bobby
I'd
here.
love to hear what I did.
So, I will. Bobby was a part of Terrifier 3 during the end sequence scene. So, there is one scene in particular, which if you want, go get an autograph at Bobby's table. It has the photo of him taking the stunt double of Sienna and throwing her across the table. So he did that, and he did just about every scene during the chainsaw fight, but minus all the close-up shots of David. There's small little things, but you look identical to David. Even coming from me, I'm a big Terrifier guy myself. I was like, oh, I don't know. But anyway, let me get out the questions for you. Bobby, is there anything you wanted to say to the crowd at all?
Hi.
So, there you go. All right, perfect. Now, I want to ask both of you guys, how did you land the role exactly of Art the Clown? And is there anything new that you were able to bring to the character? Like, hey, can I do this instead? And then Damien was like, yeah, that's perfect. So were you able to provide that to the table and kind of have an impact on the character through your...
Oh yeah, but that was just more of a, you want to do this? I said, cool. And then we did the Terrifier, the short, and then there was things I had put in there and looks and moves that I did that he was like, oh yeah, that does look good, you know, let's keep doing that.
Now, did you come up with the iconic signature move of this, or did Damien request it? That's my question.
Yeah, I mean, it was probably Damien, so I don't know about, he just said you have the horn, use the horn.
But a certain way, because in all the other ones, in 2 and 3, same exact way of like this.
Oh, well, I think he directs David way more than he directs me.
Yeah, that's what I was curious.
Directed me, directs
Because
me.
like I said, I'm giving you all the credit, so it's like, I want to know, like, what is the exact thing?
So I don't know, I mean, remember Mile Out the Clown, I mean, I think David has now, Mile Out the Clown had a gun, we're just 2 different species.
It's a whole different breed.
So did I really use the horn that much? No, right? I'm trying to really, did I?
What, use the gun?
The horn.
Oh, yeah, use the horn.
In Ninth Circle,
It was- yeah, you-
Oh, so that was 100% me, that
All right,
one,
can
yeah,
everyone
that-
clap for him?
That one was fun. I forget
All right.
it exists. A lot of that one, a lot of Ninth Circle was me doing that stuff, and he liked it. But Terrifier, it was a little bit more directed by him.
Yeah, and did anyone, so sorry, did anyone see you both in costume, not on the film set, that was like,
Oh yeah. There was one time we were filming this place in Seaview on Staten Island Rehabilitation Center, and I was in full makeup, and I go wandering, and there's signs that says like movie set, whatever, and I'm like, well, that's pretty cool. We haven't had that before. I'm like, and I wander into this room, which is like a 1920s apothecary, and I'm just like, what is this guy smoking? What scene is this? Turns out I just walked onto the set of Boardwalk Empire that was filming at the same exact place, and they were trying to figure out where this clown belongs. It was kind of like, what is going on?
Background people are out.
And then it's like, I know that makes sense. This is on the normal floor. We film in the sub basement, so what was I thinking? But yeah, right, filming on the side of the road. People freaked out, stopped. You know, cops came. But a lot of it was guerrilla filming, late night, secluded locations. Because you don't want to run around like that out there. A lot of in the woods, abandoned buildings. But yeah, I don't know about you. I know David himself is like guns drawn on him by cops from the first one, I think.
I mean, I've had those issues in stunts in general, but no, I mean, everything that I worked on was in a house, and it was locked down, and the house was pretty far away from anyone, so we didn't really deal with the public at all. It was all inside and closed off. So and the only thing I had to deal with was, you know, sometimes the makeup wasn't perfectly taken off, and then I'd leave in the morning and like I gotta go get gas, and I walk into a gas station with paint all over
Oh,
me.
yeah.
I'm like, Don't ask. I've had that so many times. I've had from other films where I'm just soaked in blood and I just can't get enough of it off, and I'm like, I give up. I'm going home. And then I gotta stop at a convenience store. Like, it's not mine. Don't worry about it.
It's like a think of it as like a cosplay after like 3 a.m. It's like, oh hi, and there's like all these people are dressed up. Like what I mean. And another question I had for you guys is, what are you personally, both of you, most proud of that you've been able to do, and that you're most proud of in general?
What, the character Art the Clown?
I was more saying
Or
of
in
what,
my life?
Just in your life, and I guess Art the Clown.
Art the Clown was my Xbox gamer tag. That's the best thing.
Wait, so no way. So were you on like, not Halo obviously, but like.
People try to buy it. I've had that name since we invented the character.
So you're just Art the Clown on Xbox. Alright, we'll have to play Fortnite or something.
Nah. I see in Fall Guys maybe, but Fortnite, I'm terrible at first-person shooters. No, what I think of, just having the physical copy of All Hallows Eve, like on a real DVD, it's like, all right, it's like, see, Mom, it is real, it isn't bullshit.
And what about you, Bobby?
With Art the Clown, my proudest thing is probably just a moment that Damien is very abnormal as a director in that he will collaborate. Most directors will not collaborate, and even suggesting an idea will just get you fired. But he would allow me to like pitch ideas, because I mean, I've told a few people here this already, but like stunts is basically just acting where you specialize in violence. So I know violence real good, and I come up with some really fucked up shit in my head, kind of like David. So, but my proudest thing with Art the Clown is when I got my head slammed off the counter and I pitched the idea of, well, we've established that this guy is kind of cannibalistic. Can I just bite her stomach right now? Because that would make sense to me. And he's just like, fuck yes. Proudest of my life? I don't fucking know.
You could have played a Halo and got
I'm
a quad
still
kill.
alive and I'm 40. That's the That's
impressive. Well, my proudest moment in life is probably my family.
Oh.
But Art the Clown, it is not the gamer thing, that's a close second, but it's the physical copy.
I'm really happy that in a way of like you're able to provide for your family and you're able to do this on like a side thing. I find that really sweet personally.
Well, I gotta do something. I'm a stay-at-home dad. Sometimes I gotta get the hell out of there. I made not the mistake, but I brought him with me, and now my poor wife is stuck up in the hotel room. My 2 kids are just going absolutely wild.
Oh, it's important about being a good dad, and you are. Can everyone give a round of applause for these two? And the last question I had, I was curious. If Art the Clown was to the one band, what would it be? What would be his favorite band?
Well, I mean, it seems to be Ice Nine Kills.
Ice
right?
Nine Kills?
Well, not my Art the Clown's favorite bands. I don't know, Alkaline Trio.
Oh, no way. And I'll take one more question. Can I get a hand raised? I'll take one last question.
Any other questions out here?
Oh,
I'll walk over there. Give me a second.
thanks so much.
The farthest place possible.
And thank you everyone for being patient, and apologies about the mix-up in the beginning, but I hope you know...
Oh, that was my fault. I was lost. I was texting somebody.
It's all right.
Asking where the room was.
But we appreciate all of you still, regardless, being patient and waiting and supporting us, and supporting
Yes,
these two
thank you.
especially. Thank you.
Appreciate that.
Of course.
Hi.
What's up?
So I haven't watched your movie yet, but if you had, like I haven't watched it at all yet, right?
None of the Terrifiers?
No, I've watched all the Terrifier.
Oh,
How's
really?
Eve?
Oh, gotcha.
Your Terrifier. Like I'm new to this, so I haven't watched any of them. But yeah, which one would I watch first? How's Eve?
And All Hallows Eve, everything I've done is in that. So it's just all the shorts I've done. It's just everything that I've ever done is in All Hallows Eve. So just watch that. So it's like all
I watch
4
your,
things.
I watch your short films. Those are cool.
Well, those are in All Hallows Eve.
alright.
So, but there's also a wraparound story and a other film that kind of ties me in.
All right, perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Alrighty. like I said, just want to say thanks to everyone for coming out. Heavily appreciate you.
You got a couple more minutes.
Oh, I got a couple more
Yeah.
minutes? Hell
We got
yeah.
a few more minutes. Any questions back here?
Yeah, come on, more questions. Come on, raise those hands. Get involved.
Oh, him coming. Hold on. This little guy over here, he's been patiently waiting all day, being a good kid.
Hi, I'm Damien. And what was your favorite scene from both of your movies?
Oh, I like in All Hallows Eve, probably the Terrifier short, the hacksaw of the gas station's head scene. Think that's very iconic with the lifting up of the head and the looking and the smile. That was kind of a little bit of me too, because like he said, Damien's really cool about that. If you have suggestions, he's open into listening. So probably that scene, or when I pull out the gun. That was cool to film.
That was cheating.
We had tested out that was a blank gun with real, and we had tested it out in his neighborhood like a week before, in like the middle of the day, where he did like a fake bullet wound on me, and he's like, "Let's see how loud this thing is." I mean, neighbors from down the block were like, "What?" They're like, yeah, that was like so when we did that scene, I told the kid that I shoot, I was like, "You better you watch out." He's like, "Oh no, it's not gonna be bad. Like they're gonna do it in post." It's just like, boom, man. So that was a cool scene too.
Mine was throwing Sienna over the couch through the table because it was just super challenging, and we had no run up, and I had to put all of my strength into lifting her as she jumped and then flipping her so she landed safely.
Did you just once, right? Or did you guys do that?
Oh no,
more?
we did that a lot.
Okay, just making sure. Someone was like, "Oh no."
That was a one take.
Wow, that's a great one take. That's impressive.
All right. Another question right here.
Yeah, so, well, that's my voice. I see a lot of art on, social media and stuff about, Terrifier. Is there, any pieces you guys see that you just absolutely love?
There are, but I couldn't describe them to you.
I liked some of the memes. Like someone just posted one where it's the scene in All Hallows Eve when I come up to the glass TV and it says what the buffet manager sees from my fifth turn, coming to the buffet. Is that real? That creep with that smile. I like stuff like that.
All my memes are weird and should not be discussed in front of children.
Oh my goodness. All right, let's get another question. Another one question?
We got a question way down here in front. He's one of our favorite patrons.
Oh.
He sits in the front row.
Give him a little, can everyone do a little jazz clap? That wasn't the part of a jazz clap?
Sorry, yeah, this is a jazz hum. Don't hold it from the bottom.
So, I was thinking horror. What's your favorite horror movie outside of your own?
Well, I'm a big sci-fi horror guy, so I'll have to say in that genre, possibly Event Horizon. And outside of that, for nostalgic value and just growing up, probably Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors.
That's a great pick.
I don't know if mine count as horror, but One Cut for the Dead is one of my favorites. It's sort of horror. It's tricky horror.
It counts.
And then Tucker and Dale versus Evil, which is also sort of horror, but not really.
There is some guy that kills people. Oh, that's a really good one too.
No.
I saw that scene, man.
Now, what was I going to say to you guys? Oh, yes. So, in the future, do you guys have any future events or stuff you would like to be a part of in the Terrifier thing? We're now allowed to discuss that. Just as a last question of do you possibly want to get back into it again? Maybe do you think you would be called back a fourth one? And I know you're at home and whatnot, and you do conventions, but have you had a thought about maybe, have you been able to visit the Halloween Horror Nights?
No. I got my sister-in-law lives in Orlando. She's going next week, and she's gonna, but I hear it's crazy.
Yeah. My partner's been he's like, we gotta go. And I'm like, I'm a college student, I don't have money.
It has those two paths, you can get the one where you get wet in and the other one where you can't. Damien said, or I heard that they were talking about using real drying blood, whatever, but that would just ruin people because you know what the blood's like. It's I had to go one time. We were filming something before even Ninth Circle. Damien always loved filming, so we were making a movie for a friend that was in college at the time. It was this short, like, I don't know, medieval war piece, but they had covered me in blood because I played every villain. I had to go to class. I was in college at the time, and there was no water. So they washed me off with Yoo-Hoo, and
So you
I
got,
went and
like-
sat in the college class.
That's like it's like Evil Dead kind of. Oh, we have a hot coffee
Yeah.
maker to wash your
Yeah,
hands.
just chocolate milk.
And
Milk was a bad choice.
It was terrible.
what about you, Bobby?
NDA? I don't think in such a large public forum I should discuss those things.
We had another question, I believe, right here.
How's it going? My name is Frank. Just a quick question. Would you guys support a crossover, like a Michael Myers versus Art or something?
Oh, that would be sick.
Oh, yeah.
That would be so sick.
I'm friends with one of the guys who most recently played Michael Myers, and he also recently killed me in a different horror movie. So I'm down.
That would be sick.
And I think we have.
Oh, you're good.
Oh, my apologies. I think we have another question right here.
What would you think art would be as like what species do you think art would be if you were an animal?
Oh.
Of course I'm asking.
I don't know, between a hyena or a wombat.
Long is a good option. Yeah, that wins.
Yeah, hyena would be, that's pretty much.
Yeah, it's just dead on.
I'm very proud of everyone's questions. Seriously, you guys are like, I have like stuff written down. I'm like, oh, that was a great question.
I got a question, Aaron.
Oh, what's up?
So, when you look back at the history of horror, there was always like a first, right? John Carpenter took a bunch of his friends and did a project, right? Sam Raimi, did it with Evil Dead. You two guys are a part of some of that lore where a local guy created an icon. You guys have both played that icon. Does it ever, I'm sure you have that moment where you sit back and you go, holy shit, man, I'm Art the Clown. Right. But like, I know it's also probably very humbling and there's a level of gratitude. But does anybody in your family ever give you shit for doing it?
Oh, you basically just described me in a T about Art the Clown. I don't barely think about it, but there's times I go like, oh, wow, that is crazy. And then when I'm at stuff like this, very helpful. So they give me shit about it in a bad way?
No, I meant like, hey, you the fucking clown, you know what I mean? Because obviously you're Italian, like one of your cousins, you fucking clown, you just cut people up, there's not a way to make a living. Listen, I grew up in Italian neighborhoods and grew up in Italian, you know what I mean? That's how they talk.
You pretty much described all my cousins at Christmas. So you're telling me you do these movies and you're a clown? It's like, yeah, there's money in that? It's like, no. Why you do it? Like, what I mean? And then now when they see me, I'm like, yo, Chris, I'm just out here and I do these conventions. Like, how does one get into one of those? I thought now you want to be a clown. Like, I've always been the alternative member of my family where it's all about money. It's not about that. But yeah, my mom could care less. She goes, I think it's stupid. Money and just stupid.
Same answer. All words. Same answer.
Ditto.
Except for the talking to my family. I don't.
You look Irish. That was my question. I always wanted, because I've had an opportunity to ask some of the greats in history, and to sit there and say, like, you guys are in that class. And that's like, a holy shit. Like, you know what I mean?
It's super weird as a stunt person, especially because I work 95% of my work is stunt doubling. So I am trained at all times to hide my face and be covered, and no one should ever know I'm in anything. So to be in something where everyone wants to know that I'm in it and cares, I'm just like, what happened? How did I end up here? This was...
Speaking of that, who here is a Fallout fan in the crowd? Can we get a raise of hands?
I'm a huge Fallout fan.
Yeah. You know he was in Fallout?
Yeah, the show?
Johnson Johnson.
That's incredible.
Would you like to share? Sorry, I'm like a big ball fan, so I'm
Oh,
over
I
here.
got shot in the head. I mean, I'm super jealous that a bunch of my training partners and friends got to be in the suits, like the mech suits. And I'm just like,
Wait, you're
I
telling
was
me
tall enough.
Your friends were in the power armor?
Yeah, all of the people in the power armor are all my friends. And I was the only one in that friend group who didn't get the power armor. Because they needed me to double Huey because I'm the only person that height and weight. So they had to have me for that, so they couldn't use me for the others.
No, I love the show. I'm a huge fan of
It was great.
games too.
Me
Like,
too.
my whole
Obsessed
life.
with Fallout.
It's my favorite.
The coolest thing was walking on that set. If you played Fallout 3, the first place you go after you get out of the vault is the Super Duper Mart.
That was filmed up that.
They built the Super Duper Mart to spec.
Well, they used the outside. They used an
Yeah,
old shop
they
right on
used
Staten Island.
An old shop right.
And they did it like
When you walked in there, it was like walking
Yes.
into the video game. Every single prop was in place where it is in the video game. It was insane. It didn't even make sense. They didn't even shoot more than a quarter of that entire building, but they had everything perfectly set to match the game. And it was just like walking in, it was like, this is amazing.
Yeah, you saw it in person. I was
also had the
pointing things
strictest
out on the
NDAs I've ever
TV.
seen.
Well, I just want to say thanks for everyone coming out and give a round of applause for Bobby and Mike right here. Thanks everyone for coming.
Thank you, Arts. Did I agree? How did you feel about you play 76?
Yeah, I actually.
And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, in just a few short minutes, we are going to have Dee Wallace, Jay Murtaugh, and Brenda Balicki from The Howling. So you werewolf lovers, you like him for